Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to those of you joining.
Hi, folks. Thanks for joining us.
You have to give us a couple of minutes for Zoom to let everybody in to the webinar. Just be patient with us for a minute or two. A warm welcome to those of you just joining. Numbers going up quickly. Just bear with us a few seconds while we let everybody in. Afternoon all, or wherever you're joining us from today. Great to have you all on board. Just bear with us a few more seconds while the last few people come into the session. And we'll make a start. Thanks very much for joining us today. I'm Andy Tucker, Naturetrek's General Manager. I'm joined by Sarah Frost. She's has the Naturetrek label there. You'll recognize her if you've joined our recent presentation evenings. And joining us live from Ecuador, Manuel Sanchez there, with the cap and glasses. It's great to have you with us today. It's a journey down memory lane for me today. I led a long series of tours in Ecuador from November 1999 through to 2013. And back in November 1999, fantastic memories of that inaugural tour. But how could I possibly have imagined that we'd be sitting here 22 years later in our houses around the world in a global pandemic and streaming a virtual tour to you all using a web conferencing platform, high-speed internet, and handheld smart devices. It's a bizarre situation we find ourselves in. But virtual trips, a client actually sowed the seed of this idea in our minds. Peter Cox emailed us a month ago and said, Naturetrek, I'm really enjoying some historical and cultural virtual trips available online. Can you do something wildlife orientated? We put our thinking caps on, had a look at the kinds of tours that Peter told us he was enjoying, and thought to ourselves, we've got the guides around the world with the personality and charisma to take this off. We've got some wonderful, accessible wildlife locations. Can we marry up those ingredients with some high-speed Wi-Fi and bring some of these experiences to your own living rooms during this period of lockdown? That was a month ago. A whirlwind period later, some fun trial and error and experimentation, and Wednesday's e-marketing newsletter launched 4 virtual trips, today in Ecuador, 2 in Spain coming up, and then Panama on the 19th. It's certainly created a lot of interest. We're delighted to be involved for 3 main reasons, I think. Firstly, it's a great opportunity to keep in touch with you all and give you some light entertainment, something maybe to look forward to in these seemingly never-ending days of restrictions. And speaking professionally from the travel industry, it's been a challenging year. Of course it has. Our wings have been clipped. We haven't been able to do what we love to do. Revenue has been hugely down. And after the lockdown late last March, we had an initial period of adrenaline and repatriating all our clients, processing a mountain of paperwork. But by the early summer last year, we were really craving for something positive to get our teeth stuck into. The day trips came along and ended up being the big success story last year. Since the new year, we've been doing our online evening presentation series, which has given us another big boost. But with travel restrictions seemingly going to be in place for another couple of months yet, we're badly in need of something else creative and ambitious to do. So this is where virtual trips fit in. But the main reason for doing them is in support really of our beleaguered ground agents and guides around the world. Take Ecuador as an example, very little inbound tourism for 12 months now, virtually no income. And if we can do our bit in generating some work and income for our guides around the world, then we'll be absolutely delighted. I think a lot of you will be more familiar probably with Zoom than myself and the rest of the Naturetrek staff. I'm sure you're familiar with the Q&A section at the bottom. If you want to fire any questions over to Manuel during the course of this session, please do. Also use the chat function. Myself and Sarah will be sifting through the questions and talking them through with Manuel as the session unfolds. So enjoy a bit of escapism with us today. Join in the spirit of what we're trying to achieve here. And let's see what avian jewels Manuel has got lined up for us. So without any further ado, a big warm buenos dias, Manuel.
Hey, how are you? Buenos dias, Andy. How is everything? So yes, I am here in Northwest Ecuador, in Mindo, in the chilly cloud forest of Northwest Ecuador. We are here around 2,400 meters of altitude. And already
Manuel,
we are.
sorry to interrupt you. Can you just make yourself the main image so that people can see you?
Yes, of course. Let me do that. Okay, there you go. Let me move this. That's it. Okay,
Yeah,
hey.
that's great. Sorry to interrupt. Carry on.
In full screen. I hope everything is okay in UK. I hope you are enjoying the lockdown. So let me introduce you to some birds already. We have a lot of activity already here. So let's enjoy some of the tanagers. There is a pack of golden tanagers, and I will be telling you what's going on already here in the Northwest Cloud Forest of Ecuador. Let's go do this.
Manuel, give us a bit of context. How long have you been leading for Naturetrek?
Oh, how long?
And whereabouts are you? Where are you speaking to us from?
Oh, already I am speaking from the Northwest Pichincha province, around 2 hours from the capital, from Quito. What I am doing now is just talking nearly the protected forests of the Mindo Tambillo region, around 2,400 feet. That is like, let's say 9,000 feet of altitude. It's a little bit chilly, 7 a.m. here, but now you can see some tanagers fighting, golden tanagers fighting for some banana. If we can move a little bit the camera of the scope to the right, we are going to see, yeah, that blue thing is a golden nape tanager. It's just sitting up there on the banana. And there is already a big group of golden tanagers. We can move a little bit to the right, the camera. There you go. Oh, there is a blue cap tanager. That's a cool bird of the cloud forest. I have been leading for Naturetrek since 2009-8. Then I have a gap when I moved to live in Scotland. I was living for nearly 3 years in Scotland, in Dunbar and Edinburgh. And then I am back in Ecuador since 2015. So I started to guide again for Naturetrek in Ecuador. Just focus on birding trips. There is it. They are really getting into the bananas. So that's the blue cap tanager. The funny thing is that scientific name of that bird is Traupis bonariensis. It was first described for a bird collected in Argentina, and now she's gone. That bird is quite cool. That is a dusky chlorospingus, that olive back thing with that grayish head. But it was previously known as dusky bush tanager, but now because genetics, we know that the bird is more related with finches and sparrows rather than tanagers. And curiously, is an endemic bird of the Chocó region. The other important thing is that
Manuel, just stop you there for a second, because lots of you are commenting, can you have the birds on full screen? That's actually something that you can all change on your screen. So if you go to the view button, top right on my screen, click speaker view rather than gallery view. A lot of you will already won't have moved from gallery view. So switch to speaker view, and you should have a small picture of Manuel and a large picture of this lovely golden nape tanager feeding on the banana. Manuel, carry on.
Okay, so yes, so that's not already a golden nape tanager. We can see the golden color of nape because it's on our eye level. And now there is full of golden tanagers. There is a group of 8 or 10 maybe. If we move a little bit to the left, cameraman is doing very well his job. Oh, that is the blue cap tanager again. Did you see that bright yellowish tarsus color under the belly? That's a cool bird. Now that's sharp. We are getting sharp views now. I don't know if the people attending this streaming, if you have any question, just write it on the panel, and Andy and Sarah can ask the questions later. Oh, coffee.
Some lovely activity as you steaming cup of coffee there. Well, folks, we're just doing what we can to bring the birds into full screen.
Let me try to full of screen that.
Dusky hemispingus there. lovely golden nape tanager. We are working on the view, folks. Just please bear with us. It's a new initiative. This is going to take us just a couple of minutes maybe to iron out any glitches. So just be patient with us.
Okay, that's it. Do you have it in full view already?
It's in full view for us, Manuel. Client Sheila Thomas is saying that options for viewers of webinar mode are more restricted than for normal Zoom meeting modes. It may depend what Zoom version you have. I've just suggested folks in the chat, if you click on the buttons that Andy was referring to, and if you just
okay, that seems to have worked, Sarah. Everybody's saying now they've got full screen.
Yeah, if you just hide.
Great.
Yeah, great. So hide non-video participants.
Thanks. Is that helping everybody? If you've still got problems, please let us know.
Let me
there we
see.
Go. Sorry, Manuel. Don't want to steal the show. Carry on.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see if we can move a little bit to the feeders. Oh, now there is a mask flower piercer. That's a cool bird. It's also related with tanagers. Did you see that dark, deep, bright red eye? We don't know why red eyes. Some birds have red eyes in the cloud forest. I have been working a little bit on that, especially because that dusky chloros pingus also has a red eye. It maybe it's related, but they need it in dark conditions. So with a red eye, they can see better some stuff. Oh, there is coming the best one. There you go.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
That's a really cool bird that we need to sharpen it. It's ready to go to the bananas. So if we move back the camera to the bananas, we are going to, oh, there you go. Sharp view now. That is, ladies and gentlemen, plate-bill mountain toucan. So that toucan is blue, yes. So he's on the bananas already. There is a pair. Oh, there is a partner. Do you see all those colors? You know that the name is related with that color on the bill is a kind of layer, so they can move it. So if they feel too hot, they can release hot air through the body, or if they are too cold, they can release the hot air to warm the body also through the bill. So it's a very, very interesting mechanism to keep warm in these chilly mountains.
That's brilliant, really Manuel. Cool. And just to explain to people, you've got another helper there, haven't you, that's moving the camera around?
Yeah, we have a cameraman. He has been training before. He's ready for football game, soccer. Okay, that's it. He's getting some bananas. I like that bird already.
That's absolutely brilliant, Manuel. We have Claire McCormick. Thanks, Claire. I'm wearing my toucan socks. Must be lucky. Thank you for bringing some good luck today. This is an absolute star bird. And Manuel, when I used to lead these tours 15, 20 years ago, we used to have to work really hard to see this species, slogging up cloud forest trails. And now here in Ecuador, you've got this coming to a feeding table. How long has the plate-bill mountain toucan been coming down to tables like this? And what difference are these feeding stations making to the local economies in Northwest Ecuador?
Oh, there is two questions already. First of all, they are, more prone to come to the bananas because when the fruits and seeds that they really like are not ready in the forest. So when there is the breeding season, the activity of them stops a little bit to come to the bananas because they are feeding the chick. But after that, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, you can see them with the juveniles coming to the bananas too. So it has been in this altitude, there is like some places local people put some bananas. So I could say that you can enjoy plate-bill mountain toucans since 5 years ago. I mean, that could be certain that you can get them so they can text you and telling you, hey, the toucans are coming to the feeders. And then you don't have to do all the job that we have to do previously, looking for them on the trails and trying with playback and so on and so forth. And now that changed a lot because for local people stop to log the forest. Normally you can find a lot of open areas with cattle pasture, and now people just have a small signal. They paint it and they put banana feeders and plate-bill mountain toucan, toucan barbet, anything like that, and that changed for them a lot. Obviously, during these pandemic times, it stops, but it's just another income for the local people. And if you hear that sound, that clack, 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 that's Toucan Barbet trying to reach the bananas. So that's another goodie. Let's just stop to talk about this plate bill thingy. Those guys are endemic of the Choco region and are already endangered of extinction for Colombia and Ecuador, are between endangered and vulnerable. So they depend on a primary forest. And they are calling already, you know, that rasping sound like, that's territorial. You are seeing just one through the camera. Since the camera stops, Wi-Fi is not working, but there is already 3 of them. Maybe it's a family group.
Yeah, Jean Powell is asking, is a toucan endemic? And Manuel has kind of answered that question just there by referring to the fact it's a Choco endemic, so Northwest Ecuador, Southwest Colombia.
Yes, it's a Choco Andean endemic, this one.
Andrew Lapworth, good to have you with us, Andrew, asking whether he can tick this off his year list. Nice question. We've had fun in the Naturetrek office while doing these trials. We've kept a virtual list, Andrew. So if you want to keep a virtual list, any of you, as we talk you through these virtual tours, please do.
And then, well, Jeremy Kelsey is asking, do the males and females have similar colouring?
Yes, but when they are in breeding season, how you are seeing how it's showing the back, the bird in the back. So they just rise the tail up and they show the bright red color in the vent, in the lower belly. So you can notice that is a male because that's a male showing the color in the butt to the female. But they look very similar each other. There is not that word dimorphism or dimorphism between those birds. Is not a dimorphism on them. When the chicks have different colors, obviously, and the juveniles sometimes have an entirely black color bill until they grow up. After immatures, they can have the full adult colors. I want those toucan barbets are calling, but they are scared because the plate bills are still on the bananas. After the toucan barbet, we are going to enjoy a little bit the toucan barbet. We have one of our fellas helping us behind the bushes. If he move a little bit to the right to don't scare the toucan barbet, we can have him.
Pat Lywood, Ecuador's 5 hours behind us, so it's just coming up to 7:20 in the morning over there. I think it's a bit of a chilly morning in Ecuador, is it, Manuel?
Yep.
Well togged up.
Yeah, we have in Ecuador, we are in the middle of the world, and obviously we don't have the 4 seasons that you have in UK. And what we do is already we are entering in the first phase of the rainy, cold season, mainly in the Andes and the western side. So especially for the mountains and the Andes and the subtropics, we're still having some rains, hours of rain and chilly, dark days. But it's the best time for birds. So I know that you are enjoying winter too. So we call this winter. Is winter also for us? It's just the rainy season. We just recognize winter when it's rainy, and when it's not rainy, it's summer for us.
We have some more questions, Manuel, on the plate-billed mountain.
I don't know how is the internet connection. I lost you a little bit.
Okay, I was just saying we have some more questions on the plate-billed mountain toucan. Paul Tucker is asking, how big is it? Is it about magpie size? And Christopher Spry would like to know, what do they eat?
Oh,
is it only food?
It's bigger than a magpie size. Let's say I will check the measure of the bird. I have my field guide here. But they eat seeds, fruits. They enjoy really the big trees, fruit. There is some trees called aguacatillo. They enjoy the big seeds, but also if they have the chance and they find a nest, they can prey on chicks also. And we have a kind of earworms here in Ecuador in the cloud forest, huge earworms like snakes. So you can find sometimes them picking on the ground, taking out those earworms. It is just like huge earworms. So they prey on everything if they have the chance.
And what distance are the birds and the cameras, Manuel? Are you able to show us your setup that you have over there?
Let me move a little bit the computer so you can see where they are. They are just there. Oh. You see them? I don't
Just
know
about, yeah. And can you explain the sound that we're hearing?
That rasping note is a contact call. It's a territorial call. And they are just ready to start to sing. That sound is the sound. So that's that rasping sound is the introduction to the sound.
Just to go back to the size of the toucan, I love Mary Coulson's comment. She's commented just the panelists, but it's twice the size of a banana. Thank you for pointing it out, Mary. That's very helpful.
Oh yeah, I have to tell you the size.
Sean Kerr has a good question here, Manuel. He asks, do we know why why such a large beak evolved in the toucan?
Because
to give them access to particular food, or?
Yeah, they can have access to food, but also they can introduce that in the holes on trees. They nest in holes on trees. They occupy the woodpecker's holes. So they can put the head in and they can take out food. I have seen other type of toucans also preying on adult tanagers because with the beak, they can reach a long distance. So they can just grab it faster. So that's it. That's why the big long bill.
We've got a lovely comment here from Nigel Freeman who says, this is an amazing lunch break. It's cheering us up in Great England. Certainly is a good lunch spot.
Okay, 45 centimeters is the size of the plate-bill mountain toucan. That is 18 inches. That's it. Oh, the camera of the hammers get ready. I don't know why. Let's go back to the other camera. Okay, that's it. Thank you,
Folks, yeah, we're going to get onto the hummingbirds in a moment. I can see several species coming to the feeders there. And what we're also going to be doing in a few minutes is giving you a wider angle of the set here, so you can see what Manuel's looking at rather than just the branch where the toucan is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are trying to do that. I am just hoping that the toucan barbet can reach the bananas so we can move to the feeders, to the hummingbird feeders. There is a dusky chlorospingus again. There is a blue-winged mountain tanager, that yellow bird with the black mask and bluish marks on wings. That's a big tanager. Plate-bill mountain toucan is still there. Now there is two.
Does anything prey on the toucans, Manuel? Peter Newmark is asking.
Oh, yeah, I have seen forest falcons preying on mountain toucans. I have seen also, what else I have seen preying on mountain toucans? I saw a squirrel once trying to get into a nest, but what already have seen is forest falcons preying on mountain toucans and also on quetzals. Now we have a new bunch of visitors. Those yellow birds are blue-winged mountain tanagers. Yeah, that guy in the center of the camera. On the back is just the tail of the plate-bill mountain toucan.
Both in the same shot. That's beautiful.
Yeah. No birds. You see the nails? The nails there are just to keep the bananas right, so the bananas don't fall down. Just it stops a little bit the connection. Pancho, creo que dejó de transmitir. Ah, no, ahí está otra vez. Ya está bien. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Plate-bill mountain toucan, you are nice, but we need toucan barbet. So if there is any other questions, we can answer that.
Yeah, Manuel, we have a question from Christine Whiffin. She says, there seems to be quite a varied assortment of tanagers. How many species do you get there?
Here in this location or in Ecuador?
I think just in the location where you are, but you can answer both.
Yeah, in this location, you can get around 30 from 25 to 30 different species of tanagers in the Choco region, if you are looking off. So since starting from the Andes at 3,000, 4,000 meters of altitude, going down near the sea level, you can end with nearly 40 different types of tanagers.
And what altitude are you at right now, Manuel?
Right now, we are 2,400 meters of altitude. And that is around like 9,000 feet. Yay! So you're enjoying the golden tanagers on the back. Let's move to the hummingbird feeders. If the Toucan Barbet appears, I am just going to make a big switch to the bananas again. Let's try to zoom it well. It's too close for the scope, so let's see if we can use the tablet for the hammers. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's just put it in on sharp view. We are just going to set in the hummingbird stuff. We have two cameras. Let's put this one. Oh no, the other camera is getting ready. Oh, there you go. We're just trying to make it sharp. There is a buff-tailed coronet visiting that feeder. Now the coronet is just perched above the feeder. If we can move a little bit up. Oh, now that is a violet ear. Let me look at it through the binoculars. How they gone. So with hammers, it's going to be different. I am just going to tell the name is faster. They go visit and they move away. Somebody says, Christine, that have seen already 4 species of hummingbirds. Yes, you can get here around. How many hammers you have here? 37. Yeah, 37 different species of hummingbirds in this place where we are. And this is the best place to try a very, very rare one named Hori Pufflet. Oh, back to the banana feeders, we have a flame-faced mountain tanager. It's a little bit blurry. We are trying to fix that, right, guys? Camera people, making it sharp. Oh, now you are seeing a very nice bird. That's flame-faced tanager. If she moves the head, how far are the feeders from me? I think I am like 8 meters, 10 meters from the bananas. So if you want to take pictures, this is your place. You're going to be enjoying them. You're going to be very close. And we are under a roof, a plastic greenhouse roof. So if it's rainy or it's just drizzling, you're going to be safe. Yeah, that is flame face. There is nothing in the sugar bottle, so we can still look in that flame face mountain tanager. If there is any other question, I will be glad to answer that.
Yeah, Manuel, what I'd like you to do now is to get up and just give people a little tour of the setting. Can you just get up with your phone and walk around? And see if you can get close to that active hummingbird feeder just with your phone to give us a close-up. There's some different birds coming in there.
Yes, I am already using the computer because it's best to change the camera views. So this is the location. That guy with the mask is Vinicio. He's the owner of the place. So now you are seeing where is the bottle.
Manuel, just
Yeah.
switch the screen view. So your principal screen.
Oh. Sorry for that. Let me do that.
Thank you for your patience, folks, as we get to grips with this. There we go.
There we go. Great, Manuel.
Hey, so now there is the sugar stuff. There is the bottle with the sugar, and you can see I am just trying to reach the banana feeders. There you go. You see them? I am just like 3 meters from them. Oh, look that hammer. That is a gorgeous sun angel. You see that?
Yeah, we can see it.
With a white color. It already has a wine pinky throat. Is a male. Oh, there you go. He's perched on the tree. Let me try to get closer. Hi, Homers.
That's great, Manuel.
Yep. You seeing them? I am just playing to be Sir David Attenborough already. So, there is Chloropingus on the back, and this sun angel is endemic also of this Andean Choco region. There you go. This is the guy. You seeing them? Woohoo! There you go. You can see the glittering color on throat.
We can almost hear them.
Yeah. What else I can show you? These are verbenas. These are very good, especially for teeny tiny hammers like wood stars. This is a family of Chloropingus already doing contact calls. 2 buff-tailed coronets here.
I like Simon Banks. Thank you for your comments. This gorgeous sun angel, this Ecuadorian endemic, cross between a ring owl and a butterfly.
Oh, really? I lost you already, Andy. I can't hear what you say. Sorry.
Yeah, someone was just describing a sun angel as a cross between a ring owl and a butterfly. I think that's a lovely description.
Yeah, owls are cool. Yeah, it's a lovely description. So let's see. Oh, there is something else trying to reach the feeders. Let's see, we have something else around. Benicio has here a lot of feeders also. There is not just one. So you can see more hummers when you're visiting us. And what else? He has a kind of pool. So in that pool, you can take pictures of reflection of the birds drinking water. Those are really, really nice pics you can get.
What's the temperature like there at the moment, Manuel?
Temperature, we use centigrades. I don't remember how to say, but I think we are 16, maybe 14 centigrades already. I don't know how it's on Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we work in centigrade.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
There is this. Oh, look, the hammer came to say hello. Okay, there you go, guys. Say hello to the people in UK. There you are. Those are buff-tailed coronets. You can identify them because they have a kind of white booties, but also that tawny color on shoulders. Yeah, cool birds. Let's wait. The activity gets slow a little bit, so I can ask some questions.
We have a couple of questions still about the toucans, actually. Do they build nests?
They build their nests in the holes and trunks, already holes made by carpenters, sometimes by woodpeckers.
And how many different toucan types can be seen in Mindo?
1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Plate-billed mountain toucan, choco toucan, yellow-throated toucan, crimson rum toucanet, and colored araceli, 5. And obviously the toucan barbet, which is not a toucan, is something between a toucan and a barbet.
Manuel, just while we're talking to you, can you switch the view to the hummingbird feeder? Because
yes,
I think Pancho's put the iPad on the feeder.
Yes, let me just make it. There you go. You're seeing that? That's the buff-tailed coronet perching there, facing left.
Yeah, that's brilliant, Manuel. Beverly Brock is asking, do these birds, so that the tanagers and the toucans, breed all year round, or do they have specific seasons when they breed?
They sometimes depend on the rainy season. They have to do it twice in a year. Normally, what I have been found is they to at the end of the dry season and the beginning of the rainy season, and then when the rainy season is ending and the dry season is starting. So it could be twice a year. Depends. In every region is different. It's not settled. It just works depending on the rainy season and uh, the quantity of food. Okay, we have the two views of the hummers. There is the coronet in a full view.
Oh, that's brilliant. And Chris is asking what lens is being used to film the toucans and what camera. Well, Chris, I think you've seen now that Manuel has done a little walk around. It's iPad, iPhone, and laptop. It's a mixture,
Yeah,
of all three.
We are making a kind of propaganda for Mac. And we are using the camera that I use it already to walk around is just the camera in the laptop, in the Mac. We are using a Vortex a Razor HD scope with an iPhone, and also the iPad is just near the hammers. I am already just showing you the bobtail coronet through the iPad.
And Chris is also asking, Manuel, what's the best time of year to visit Mindo from a birding point of view?
This time, I mean, if you don't want to be in, I mean, do you really like the holidays in UK during Christmas? But the best time for us is end of August, and November is really good. December, January, February is just great. You already have seen that March is just great with hummers and tanagers. So the best time to visit Ecuador is your winter time.
And how many endemic species of hummingbirds do you have? Stephanie is asking.
Endemic of Ecuador,
yeah,
or endemic of the regions? Endemics of Ecuador, we have 1, 2, and 3 already. There is a bird of South Ecuador in the Paramos and the highlands of South Ecuador that was described from the, that bird, and he's gone. He's there again. That bird is a goodie. You have to see that in vivo. That is brilliant. That is Empress brilliant. That's one of the most wanted hummingbirds to see in the Chocó region.
Maybe you could change the view.
Let me see. He's just perched there. You can see it is just perched. Let me change the view to, that's it. You can see the pinky color on throat. That's it. Long tail. Oh, look that color on throat when he moves a little bit. Oh, that is an entire male Empress brilliant. That's a really good one.
You see it's cleaning its beak.
Yeah.
On the stick there.
No mueva mucho la cámara. Solo hay que hacerle un poquito de sharp. I am just checking if there is the Toucan Barbet to move fast the camera for the Toucan Barbet. Oh, he's trying to reach. Pondráste pilas con el Toucan Barbet. Está atrás ahorita. Espera lo que llegue a la banana. Okay, I just give some direction, sorry. The Toucan Barbet is just near the bananas. You have to see that bird. Something scares the bird already, maybe a raptor nearby. Oh, it will be cool to see a forest falcon. Let me change the camera view. Oh, there is buff-tailed coronet already. Pancholín. Okay, there you go. Toucan Barbet on the camera already. He's eating bananas. Oh, there you go. Ooh, that bird makes your day. That is an entire rarity. It's just in this region in South America, and we share it with Colombia. Already it is in Colombia subspecies, endemic subspecies of Colombia. This one is just cool. Look at that. Look at that bird.
That is
It
brilliant.
has like, yeah, that's one of the goodies already.
That's completely made my day, Manuel.
That is one of the most wanted birds. The sound of those guys, the vocalization is very, very rare. They make a sound like an ambulance in the middle of the forest. He's showing the butt. If we meet, si movemos a la izquierda la cámara, oh, se fue. Oh, he's gone. You can see the Chloraspingus. Chloraspingus is cool too. It's endemic like the Barbet already, like the Toucan Barbet. You heard that call? That was a woodpecker, a crimson mantle woodpecker calling in the back.
There's also a female violet-tailed sylph, Manuel, that landed briefly behind the Toucan Barbet. So let's see if we can get a male.
Really?
Possible.
Yeah, yeah. I saw already a male trying to get to the sugar stuff. Let's see if he came back.
There's golden naped tanager just coming into view.
There is a golden nape tanager in the center. If we move to the right.
Here we've got golden tanagers, dusky hemisphingus.
Yeah, golden tanager. Oh, the Barbet is back. Oh, there you go. That is a really cool bird. I know what they are scared. There is a red-tailed squirrel jumping in the back. Maybe the squirrel is trying to get the bananas. If so, we just have to try to see the hummers until the squirrel is done.
Richard Harrison is asking, why do they have such bright colors? Is it not going to make them more obvious to predators?
Actually, in the cloud forest, when it's really cloud, they could be red bright and you don't see them. So also how the birds see each other, because they are tetrachromats, very different than us, they perceive the colors in a different way. So yes, they could be predated, and already this is one of the few colorfuls on the cloud forest. Almost all of them are kind of dark, colorful but darkish colors. The Barbet is gone. Let's move the camera again to the hummers. Toucan Barbet is endangered of extinction too. Oh, that is a velvet purple coronet already on the camera. I am just waiting until I can move. The other is gone. Is there? That bird is crazy. Depends on the angle how you see them. It's just darkish, bluish, greenish. You see that bright glittering blue things on the back. It's so crazy. Cameraman is working with the other camera to get it in front view. Just wait a bit. That's buff-tailed coronet again. Okay, let's see if okay, there is the branch where the velvet purple coronet was. We are just seeing the something perch. You see the bird flying below. Oh, it's gone. That was a foam-breasted brilliant. Now that's just a coronet. It has a very nice shiny emerald green forehead. The brilliant is on the left.
Thanks, Manuel. Just while you're looking for other things, folks, we're at 45 minutes now. We do like to a schedule. We won't end it immediately. We'll stick around for another few minutes, but we will wrap this up shortly. We mentioned when launching these tours that there'd be an optional donation or tip. So I'm going to pop a link into the chat to do so if you'd like to. There's no pressure at all to do so. As Andy said at the beginning of the virtual tour, we and the guides have been without income for a year now. So anything that you can give will be much appreciated. We're just trying to do our bit to give them some much needed income. It'll be split between Manuel and Naturetrek to meet our costs, but we'll leave the webinar running for a few more minutes.
Yeah, is there any other questions? I can ask those questions there.
I think our plan, folks, will be to probably keep the cameras running until about 1 o'clock, so another 15 minutes or so. So we don't want to boot you all off. And all the Naturetrek staff, myself and Sarah, are really enjoying this. So no rush to leave. Feel free to hang around. Like I said at the start, we've got another 3 virtual tours coming up to different destinations. We'd love your feedback on today. As I say, we're trying something completely new and different here. If you've enjoyed it, we may well lay on more, including repeat visits to Mindo here, because there are several species that potentially can show up but haven't done. There's a lot of hummingbirds we haven't yet seen today. Collared inca, brown inca, speckled hummingbird, and quite a few others. So if you want to revisit, we may well get some more dates in the diary, but it all depends on the feedback and what you folks have all made of this.
Yeah, thank you all so much for your lovely feedback. We've got getting overwhelmed with messages coming in right now of people saying what a wonderful way this has been to spend their lunch break. A huge amount of messages they're coming in so quickly I can't actually read them all, but everyone's saying this has been wonderful and they're really enjoying it. So as Andy just said, please do join us for more virtual tours that we have coming up. We've got a couple in Spain on the 11th and 15th of March, and one in Panama at the Canopy Tower on the 19th of March. And we do also continue our presentation evenings, which have been very popular. The next one is on the 8th of March. That's botany and butterflies. We have a wildlife cruises evening on the 17th of March and an Australasia evening on the 23rd of March, which will be the last of our presentation evenings for this season.
Yeah.
Just pick up another couple of questions. Some of you are asking whether we can email the link. I think Zoom, Sarah will send out an automated thank you for attending email through Zoom, and that would also have the donation link on it, because the link that Sarah posted in the chat is quickly getting buried under all of your thanks, which we greatly appreciate. Andrew Lapworth again, which lodge are we at? We're at Birdwatcher's house in Mindo, which isn't a lodge.
Yes.
It's a garden that you can visit. Manuel, we take groups there, don't we, to see this spectacle?
Yes. Normally we are just nearby our home base that we use in our tours. So we came to the Birdwatcher's house sometimes in the afternoon after lunch or early in the morning to check the birds like today. I mean, today in the morning has been a great activity. If there is not other questions, I don't know, we can continue running the camera if you want, or where we are going to do, just tell me.
Yeah, we'll carry on for another 10 minutes or so, Manuel. Certainly, if anything else turns up that we haven't seen so far, then try to get your cameras on it.
Okay. Yeah, we need to see some hammers like that. You say like the male long, the violet tail seal. So let's just wait. If we got it, we're just going to spot that.
Another thing I'll say is that we're going to offer something that you don't get when you see a BBC natural history documentary, and something that always causes me mild frustration, and that is I don't get a bird list afterwards. So we will be sending in an email all the birds that we've noted today. So if any of you want to keep a record of the birds we're seeing in these virtual tours, you can do so. But yeah, I didn't say earlier, but I think if we've done this reasonably well, it's not just a source of work and income for our guides, but I hope it's also been a fabulous advert for Ecuador. And when you look at birding tours in Ecuador, you will get a different range of experiences. You'll be taken on walks through kind of wild cloud forest trails, seeing what birds you come across. But those walks are interspersed with what I call set piece birding opportunities, where we can come to a garden like this with Manuel, sit down, get our telephoto lenses set up, and just have 2 or 3 hours at leisure without working hard, and we just see what birds come to us. And these days, birding tours in the Andes, be it Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, they all tend to work to the same format, a mixture of walking, masked flower piercer there coming in, and these lovely set piece lazy birding opportunities where you just get this sensory overload.
Yeah, normally what we do is just taking walks in the morning, having a break at the midday so you can enjoy the feeders in the places where we are staying. And in the afternoon, we do walks on roads so you can enjoy the birds easily walking on secondary roads. So it's just going to be a relaxed birding in the afternoon. So normally we set it every day depending on the bird activity and where we are.
Manuel, a couple of questions on mammals. Lots of our clients are interested in wider natural history, not just the birds. Just tell us a bit about the mammals you might see in this region of Ecuador.
I lost you. Can you repeat the question,
a,
please? I just lost you.
Yeah, a couple of questions on mammals. Most Naturetrek clients aren't just focused on birds. They're interested in the wider natural history. So what mammals could you hope to see in the Mindo area?
Oh, in the Mindo area, if you are looking off, you can get a part of red-tailed squirrel and bats in the night visiting the feeders or the bananas. You can have tairas. You can have olingos and this famous olinguito, which is this new type of nocturnal monkey of the cloud forest that was described in 2014. And what else you can get? You can get spectacled birds if you're enough lucky. If some trees that I really like are with seeds and fruits. What else I have seen deers. You can get armadillos too. Monkeys sometimes. I have seen around 1,700 meters of altitude, the Ecuadorian capuchin monkeys. Is going to depend in every how lucky we are and the walks that we took and the information that we got about the mammals around.
A couple of people asking about cock of the rock. Who knows in the future, we may have cock of the rock coming down to the feeders, but at the moment it requires a walk to a lek. Just describe the cock of the rock experience.
Yeah, so cock of the rock experience is really cool. That's an early morning, wake up, having a cup of coffee around 5 a.m. in the morning.
Speckled hummingbird there, that's a new one.
Speckled hummingbird is new close views. And what we do is just get to these places where all the males are displaying for the female. So it's just a drive of 20 minutes in the van or in the car, and then a short walk, a 3-5 minutes walk to the height where you can see the cock of the rocks, and that's it. You can see them around a kind of 15 to 20 meters in front of you, the males jumping around. That's really cool. That's an activity. That's one of the things that we do in every Northwest tour early in the morning. Just going to visit the cock of the rocks. I don't know if there is more activity. Oh, there is the gorgeted sun angel coming back to the feeders. If there is any other question. Let's see.
We've had so many comments and questions, Manuel. It's a job to go through them all. But let's just keep on talking. Let us know if anything else comes up. There's a speckled hummingbird.
Yeah, yeah.
The buff-tailed coronets, they're quite territorial, aren't they? They tend to dominate the feeder.
Yes, there is a season that they already exist in both sides of the Andes in Ecuador, in the Amazon side and this west side, and they are numerous. They thrive very well in the borders of forest. The other hummers have to travel a little bit from the middle of the forest to visit the feeders.
A couple of questions on frogs. Well, we're almost in the biodiversity capital of the world here for herps, and we are launching a new herp tour in Ecuador. So that'll be on our website shortly. Condors, Manuel, not here in Mindo, the other side of the Andes, though.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're looking off, you can see in the top mountains towards the Mindo side, above 3,000 meters, nearly 4,000 meters. We have seen condors sometimes in the Paramos and the upper montane forest of the Yanacocha Reserve, where every Northwest tour starts. Otherwise, at the end of the tour, we can visit a condor nesting area and the open highlands Paramos in the Amazon Andes. So you can see them at the end of the tour. There is on the feeder a little bit to the left. you can see just a bird. Oh, it's already drinking some sugary stuff. It's a fawn-breasted brilliant. It's gone. They are too fast. That is just the same tanagers and chlorospingus on the back. Coronet already there. I want to see if there is something new for us. Oh, there is coronet again.
Just keep the cameras running, Manuel. Maybe have another look at the bird table with bananas.
Yeah.
I think from my point of view, folks, all of you looking on, I know we've lost a few people, a couple of dozen people probably finishing their lunch break, but a lot of you are still on. I hope just enjoying this spectacle. It's gone as well as I think myself and Sarah could have hoped. I think Manuel and the team over there in Ecuador have done a great job. The technology and the Wi-Fi hasn't let us down. We had an early glitch with the screen, with the view sharing, but we managed to solve that. And we're just so appreciative of all of your comments in the chat. It's great to see. And
yeah, thanks for your comments.
Brightening our day, isn't it? It's been a difficult time this past year for all of us, not just in the travel industry, but all of your personal and domestic lives. It's been a challenge. And this is just a bit of escapism and a reminder of some of the jewels over there in the Andes. So it's been great to have you all with us. Manuel, do you have a favorite bird or favorite family of birds?
Already my favorite ones are those chlorospingus, that one, the just dusky one that just flew away, because I have been working with the taxonomy of those birds since 5 years ago. So we just sent this year, the past year in December, the paper. We found that probably there is a new subspecies endemic of Ecuador in Southwest Ecuador. And the funny thing is that we just run genetics and we do the vocalization analysis and everything, and it's just going to be a taxonomic thing that I can talk already because the paper is not published yet, but it's going to be very interesting. It's a variation in the plumage color on the family that nobody expects that. So I already like that bird, that the birds already we have seen here. But my favorite family group are the tyrant flycatchers. There is a gorgeted sun angel on the camera already. Oh, he's there again. A little bit to the left. That's it.
Just a word on the you call it chlorospingus. I've been typing hemispingus in the comments, but when I used to lead tours, Manuel, we would have known this bird as a dusky bush challenger. But I think the whole taxonomy's changed. Yeah,
it changed since 2014. It was just run a massive taxonomy assessment, and they found that they are closely related with finches and sparrows rather than tanagers. They look like tanagers, but they are not tanagers. So that's why they removed the name. They removed the name. Oh, look to the bananas on the back. There is a chestnut cap brush finch. Oh, do you see that guy there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a chestnut cap brush finch. That's the race of the cloud forest in North Ecuador. We have probably an endemic subspecies of this chestnut cap, but in the mountains of the Manabí province on the west, in the Pacific side, which does have the black band on the chest. And the chestnut color in the cap is a little bit more drab or dull. This is, you see, very orangey deep. But that was an extra one. So if the people stills around, you got a new bird for your list. Oh, there is a male violet-tailed seal. If we move the camera to the feeders, he's already feeding on the sugar. Pancho la cabra. Está en el bebedero, is gone. Yeah, fast.
Manuel, I think we're going to have to work to get another date in the diary. I think a lot of people would come back to enjoy these birds again and to see what new species might turn up. To be honest, we could sit here all afternoon and enjoy these birds coming to the tables. But I think we will wrap things up with a huge thanks to you and the team. Sarah?
Do you want to put your camera on, Andy, your main screen now?
Yes, hello. Yeah, well, like I was saying, we could sit here all afternoon, couldn't we, enjoying these birds? But I'd just like to thank Manuel and the team, and you too, Sarah, for your work on this. I've really enjoyed it. It's great to see all the comments. We'll get some new dates in the diary, folks. We will invite you all back. There's plenty of birds, as I say, that can potentially visit that haven't visited today. Join us in Spain next week for a completely new experience, a different experience. It's been great to share this last hour with you. Manuel, Pancho, all the team in Ecuador, fantastic job today. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everyone in the other side of the Atlantic. Thank you for being here. We are waiting for you. You already have seen that the birds are still here. So just let's wait a little bit more and we can be on nature again. And that's it. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for all your help, your questions and patience. Bye, guys. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Is there any other questions in name of Pancho, the driver, Jose, Vinicio, which runs these gardens, the Birdwatcher house? Thank you so much. There is also a dog, but I know Max is sleeping already. So thank you so much. And thank you for being here.
Okay, thanks, Manuel.
Thanks, Manuel.
Bye.
Thanks everyone for joining.
Bye-bye.
See you again next time.
Stop recording. I just stopped the recording, right?